Audio test. Testing audio. Testing, testing. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the Seawolves ACAA TV 360 Live webcast. My name is Tom Harris, and we are live from the G. Forbes Elliott Athletic Center in St. John, New Brunswick, home of your UMBSJ Seawolves. Today we're happy to show you an exhibition game, women's volleyball, between the UMBSJ Seawolves and the St. Thomas Tommies. Starting lineup for our Tommies today: number 4, Megan Mills. Number 7, Hannah Millier. Number 8, Maddie McGregor. Number 9, Gabrielle Melanson. Number 11, Caitlin Jones. Number 16, Christina Clements. And the libero, number 15, Jenica Jean. Tommy's coached by Don McKay, Kara Story, and Paul Diamond. And starting lineup for the Seawolves today: number 2, Caitlin Sears. Number 3, Maddie Robson. Number 4, Jane Campbell. Number 7, Chandler Dickey. Number 9, Bridget Boone. Number 14, Brianna Pinn. And the libero, number 1, Samantha Palmer. Action underway here now. Seawolves put over the free ball. Off the block. Going to be another free ball here for the Tommies. Setter dumped that one over. And now the step around to Clements. Off the block and dug up. And that ball over on the wrong side of the antenna. Great first rally here. Float serve to the outside. Great dig by the Tommies. It's going to be a free ball for the Seawolves. They're going to go through the middle. More great defense from the Tommies. Bit of a miscommunication there on the Seawolves side. So far, seeing great defensive efforts on both sides, especially the Tommies. Tommy scramble. Megan Mills, instead of putting over the free ball, tried to put something extra on that. Fortunately, found the net. Seawolves get that one back. Chance to run the offense. I think they're going to say that caught a piece of the Tommies block. Point for the Seawolves. Tough serve just over the tape. Good for the ace. Gabrielle Melanson picks up the ace for the Seawolves. Now with 3 straight points, Seawolves jump ahead 3-2. Set to the right side for the Tommies. Megan Mills this time puts it down the line, and she'll go back to serve. Bree Pinn coming into the middle here for the Seawolves. As Maddie Robson back to serve. That one goes long, however. And now Hannah Millier coming onto the court for the Tommies as Clements goes back to serve. Back row attack from Mills. And looks like that was Chandler Dickey picking up the point for the Seawolves. Sears with a nice serve, gets the ball back for the Seawolves. And Bree Pinn, crafty middle hitter, scores on that one off the block of the Tommies. Sears again, a good float serve, putting the Tommies on their heel, and they surrender the free ball. Out on the left side there was Dickey again. This time the Tommies put up a big block. Good hit coverage by the Seawolves, just unable to get it up. They're going to run the step around to Bree Pinn. Oh, great touch there by Mills just to get that up. Another free ball. Back row attack here for the Seawolves. Easily handled. Now the Tommies. Millier denied out of the middle. Free ball again for the Seawolves. Dickey with the tip. Great get by Jean. Tommies again, another free ball, staying alive. The step around again to Pinn. This time long, and the relentless defensive efforts of the Tommies paying off for them. Jenica Jean, a couple nice digs in that rally. All square at 6 points apiece now. Chandler Dickey this time goes clean. No Tommy's block, got a piece of that. Good for the score. That's a really nice middle run from Hannah Millier. That one just finds the back line. Back and forth here in the first set. Now Bree Pinn back to serve. Finds Mills in on the serve receive. Heavy hit there from Bridget Boone on the left side for the Seawolves. Tommies have been playing great defense, but unable to really get that one up. 2-point lead for the Seawolves, 9-7 here in the first set. This time Mills from the left side. Set was a little bit in, and she really came into that one. Now Millier back to serve. Clements back in the front row for the Tommies. And Millier, great float serve. It's good for an ace. This time doesn't get the bounce, just into the top of the tape. Now Sears back serving for the Seawolves, and she picks up an ace. And that was Clements actually swinging out of the right side position, it looked like. Gets a piece of the Seawolves block. And Mills almost had the very crafty shot there. Looks like it just missed that back line. And that's Melanson. She picks up a service ace for the Seawolves. 3-point lead here, 13-10. Another good float serve, but handled well. That was Maddie McGregor with the kill for the Tommies on that last rally, I believe. And so a correction on the Seawolves ace a few points ago. That was Bridget Boone. Now Robson serving. Clements out of the middle and a big score. Seawolves block, unable to penetrate the net. Clements found some space in there, put the ball in. And now she is back to serve. Millier to the front row. And she picks up an ace. All tied up here at 14. Out of the middle is Pin. That's a big score. Mills able to get a piece of it. Now Sears back serving for the Seawolves. That was from the right side, Maddie McGregor. She already has a couple kills in this first set, now back serving. And she can add an ace to her stat line. Another good serve. Oh, that was a nice dig by McGregor, but that was Bree Pin in the middle, ready for the putback. There's Pin again, ready for the party ball and puts it down. And that serve just over the tape caught Bree Pin as she was trying to get to her hitting position, so that's going to be an ace for Melanson. And now we're going to get a timeout here, I'm assuming called by the Seawolves. They're down by 1. Both teams pretty back and forth here in this first set. I don't believe either team has had a lead greater than 3 so far. Again, this is just an exhibition match today. Still exciting. It's been over a year since we've last had any ACAA volleyball. Tommies have gotten in a few exhibition games against the UNB Fredericton Reds. Both teams have a few more exhibition games coming up. No fans in attendance for today's game. All right, both teams coming back on the floor here after timeout from head coach Colin Chambers, former UMBSJ Seawolf himself. And that's a point for Coach Colin Chambers. Gets the service error after the timeout. And we will have a serving substitution here. Abby Bernard is going to serve in place of Bree Pin. Now Millier back serving for the Tommies. That was Boone swinging over at the left side. Try to get a piece of the Tommies block. Didn't catch anything though, and that ball sailed out. Great serve receive and the step around. Maddie Robson, that one did not catch any of the block as well. All right, we're going to have another timeout from the Seawolves here after just a few points. Tommies were only up by 1 at the last timeout. Now they are up by 3, 21-18. A lot of familiar names on the Tommy side if you've watched Tommy's volleyball within the last 5 years. Of course, Megan Mills, Hannah Millier. They've been staples on this team for quite a while now. Even Christina Clements, 4 years. And Millier showing her experience there. 2 great serves after the timeout. Tommy's starting to pull away here in the first set. Another great serve by Millier. Now Tommy's only 1 point away from taking this first set. And just some excellent serving there by Millier, really putting the pressure on the Seawolves at the end of the game. Tommy's take that first set, 25-18. All right, just a few moments here from beginning our second set. Of course, Tommy's took that first one. We'll see what we have, if we have any lineup changes for either team. Looks like on the Tommy side, we have Rebecca Pippi coming into the game. Everything else seems to be in line with last set. And that was Caitlin Jones serving. We didn't get to mention her name very much in the last set. She is, of course, the setter for the Tommies. Jean with a nice dig for the Tommies. Now over to the right side, just a little bit long. And in the game for the Seawolves now, Abby Bernard. We saw her briefly in the first set. Now Christina Clements serving for the Tommies. Both teams scrambling a little bit, but a chance for the Tommies here with the free ball. And Mills uncharacteristic there. Bit of a misfire on the left side. Great serve there from Robson for the Seawolves. Jenica Jean did a good job just to get that up. Ball came down a little too tight on the net, however. Now Mills this time makes no mistake, goes down the line. And a heads-up tip there by the Seawolves. Tommies have been so relentless on defense in the first set. Nobody saw that one coming. Chance for the Seawolves with the free ball. They'll see Penn out of the middle. She saw the open court over there. Nice quick attack. Now Sears. And that was Jones getting called for 2 contacts on the set. Uncharacteristic of her as well. She did a great job setting the first set. And now the Seawolves jump out to an early lead here, 7-3. And Tommies are going to take their first time out of the match. Dumped over there from the Tommies, and a chance for the Seawolves. And Chandler Dickey puts that one away. Sears, great job to put over the tough serve after the timeout. And there's another great serve just off the tape. That's good for an ace. This time a misfire. Seawolves still got the 2 straight points after the timeout. Always great to see. And Maddie McGregor going to come back into the game for the Tommies. We saw her in the first set. A couple kills, at least 1 ace. And Mills serving. Won't officially go down as an ace, but that serve certainly earned the point for the Tommies. Now free ball for the Tommies. Back row attack to Mills. Sewell scramble and get it over. And no touch on the block. Great defensive effort and then just pure reactions to get that ball back over. Tough to not commit any carries or any other infractions when the play happens so quickly like that. Oh wow, great coverage by the Tommies. Able to stay alive. Off their block again. Mills from the back row again. Chance for the Tommies. Looks like they're going to go to the step around. Bit of confusion on the court there. But that stepper in from Danica Godin was good for the score. We didn't see her in the first set. Bree Pinn. That serve just over the tape. Sewell's getting a couple nice bounces here in the second set. A couple serves just going off the tape. Tommy's unable to pick them up. Chance here for the Seawolves. That was Abby Bernard swinging from the left side for the Seawolves. Another great dig by Jean, but Tommy's unable to convert. Bree Pinn really serving tough here. That deep float serve. Putting the Tommies on their heels on serve receive. That ball tight to the net, played over to the Seawolf side. And Bernard again from the left side. Mills played that from the 6-back position. Could have been going out. And Tommy's go over on 2. Gonna say that got a piece of the Tommies block. This time Bernard just on the wrong side of the antenna. She had a couple nice swings in that service run by Brie Penn. Now this time, Tommy's looking to go on a bit of a service run themselves. Setter Caitlin Jones back serving. Now Millier coming into the game for the Tommies. Great defensive effort. That was Jane Campbell, of course, setter for the Seawolves. Tommies with a lot of energy after picking up that point. They are still down by 7 in the set. They get a chance with a free ball here. From the middle, Clements. Power tip, but dug up. Back row attack from Millier. And that was Sears just long. And the float serve for Millier just goes long. Seawolves maintaining a 7-point lead here. And that serve from Abby Bernard, good for an ace. Another strong serve, back-to-back aces. Obviously, that's what Coach Chambers was looking for when he went for the service substitution in the first set. Took her a few serves to find her groove, and now back-to-back aces is going to result in another timeout for the Tommies. They're down by 9, 19-10. Bernard will look to go for the third consecutive ace. However, great serve receive by Jean, and that results in a point for the Tommies with the tip. Now Clements back to serve. That puts Danica Godin back in the front row. Middle player for the Tommies. And a right side attack looked well inside the antenna. Unable to convert. And Robson, that's good for an ace. Certainly seems like a lot of aces in this second set. Another great serve. And Millier, a bit of a misfire, trying to put over the roll shot. Now Mills tries to go down the line. And just out, it looks like. Point Seawolves. Great play there by Jones to keep that ball up. That's Maddie McGregor serving. Bree Penn has to tip out of the middle. And there's McGregor from the back row. Again dug up. Now Mills down the line, she's dug up. From the middle, Godin, and just out it looks like. Or actually, they are going to say it caught a piece of the Seawolves block. McGregor will need to go on quite a run here to bring the Tommies back into the set. Nice push from Jones out to Mills. Back row attack. Chance for the Tommies here. The step around to Godin just a little bit too far out to the antenna. Seawolves just really cleaned up their game here in the second set. They haven't committed many errors. Playing really good defense. And there's a great dig, and Bree Penn puts that one away. Seawolves come out and make a statement in this second set. They take it 25-13. These teams certainly had different seasons. In our last ACAA season, Tommies ended up finishing second in the league with a 14-4 record. They did, however, lose in the ACAA semifinal to Mount A, I believe. UMBSJ was unable to make the playoffs last year. They finished with a 6-12 record. That put them just out of a playoff spot. Seawolves had a bit of an interesting season last year, of course, only getting the 6 wins. They beat the 2 teams below them in the ranking 3 times each. And many of their losses came in 5 sets and 4 sets. So, they pushed some of the top teams to 4 and 5 sets, but just couldn't quite, win that last set. Tommy's had a pretty dominating year. Of course, only losing 4 games all season. And unfortunately in the playoffs, in just a one elimination game, that's all it takes. And they were upset, you could say, by Mount Allison. Tommy's did have 2 first-team All-Stars last year, who are, of course, returning on the team this year, Hannah Millier and Megan Mills. Mills, I believe, was even a CCAA All-Canadian last year. It's usually pretty good for you when you have 2 All-Stars on one team. Of course, Mills and Millier, both in their 5th year now. So they've played 4 seasons previous to this. And of course, if you've watched ACAA women's volleyball within the last decade or so, you would know that the last 7 or 8 years was dominated by Mount St. Vincent University. Just last year, however, Holland College was able to win the championship after an undefeated year. And Seawolves do have first-year coach Colin Chambers. He, of course, is a former Seawolf himself. This team coming off an interesting season last year. Of course, taking many sets off the top teams, just couldn't quite get that win off one of the top teams. But he's looking to turn the program around whenever our next season may be. And Christina Clements opens up the 3rd set with a huge swing out of the middle. From Sears over on the left side. Left side players, of course, they have to pick up the scraps over there. That set came pretty much from behind her. She did a great job, though, seeing that ball come in, saw space in the block. And there's Mills serving for the Tommies. Sears now swinging from the right side. And that's Chandler Dickey swinging over on the left side for the Seawolves. Great swing. Picks up the point for the Seawolves. Now Robson serving. Bree Pan, of course, in the middle now for the Seawolves. That ball came down just on the Tommy side. They end up getting called on 2 contacts at the end of the day. 3-3 here in the 3rd set. Serve down the line, played by Mills. Clemens doing a really good job going back to get that set. Seemed like the set wasn't quite where she was expecting it, but adjusted to it very nicely, put it away. And of course, as she goes back to serve, that puts Millier in the front row. And that's a back row attack from Abby Bernard. Huge clean kill there. Jane Campbell did a great job to find her. And on the Tommy side, unsure who was going to play that one. Bit of a miscommunication and point for the Seawolves. Sears, the left-hander, float serve. Those deep float serves can be really tough on a serve receiver. And this time after going long, she drops one down short. Maybe catches the Tommies on their heels a little bit. And Tommy seemed to be a little bit confused about the rotation. And then uncharacteristic from Jenica Jean, usually a great serve receiver. Puts that one up into the rafters. Sears going on a nice service run. Finally able to get a pass up. And Bree Pinn, she is a dominant force out of the middle. Seawolves going to look to get her the ball any chance they can get. And the serves from Sears continue. Tommies were leading at 1.3-1. Now they're down 10-4, and another service ace from Sears. We got to see a timeout here, I would imagine, and there it's going to be, folks. Timeout taken by the Tommies. They're down 4 points to 11. Just an absolutely dominating service run by Caitlin Sears. Seawolves maybe had a bit of the jitters in the first set, but cobwebs have clearly been shaken away, and they're looking very consistent, very strong right now. And again, this is a little surprising to see from the Tommies. We know they've scrimmaged against the UNB Fredericton Reds a few times. You'd think they'd be more in game shape, and especially considering a lot of the same players coming back from last year after a great season, finishing second in the league in the regular season. But the bit of a younger Seawolves team really putting it together today. And right after the timeout, she comes back with another service ace. Sears may have 5 aces just in this single service run. Tommy's finally able to get it over. And that was a big block there by the And that was Riley Horton that was in on that block. She was at the right side position. Hannah Millier also closed the block very nicely. And Bree Pinn from the middle off of Tommy's block, and they recycle the ball back over. What, just a heads up play by Bree Pinn there. Again, that would have been Caitlin Jones, the setter. She certainly anticipated the tip. Bree Pinn did, and just completely shut that play down. Once again, Seawolves serving strong. Tommy's really struggling to get a pass up right now. And Coach Don McKay looking to shake things up. He's going to take his setter out of the game. Now, Megan Mills is going to be doing the setting. Oh, wow, what a play to get that ball back over. Great hit coverage by the Seawolves, never giving up, just got that ball up just high enough to trickle over the net. And Bree Pinn, she's had a great day at the service line. That continues. More service aces for the Seawolves. Tommy's basically in a new system now with Mills setting. I believe they may have did kind of a front row, back row substitution there. And that time, Bernard coming in just volleyed the ball over the net. Tommy's did not read that well. Now Clements. And the roll shot by Sears. Good for the score. Tommy's kind of looks like a completely different team right now. They seem to be picking everything up in the first and really the second set as well, but now their defense just not quite at the level that I'm sure they know they can get it to. So now McGregor serving, and that one goes long. All right, so now Tommy's bring their traditional setter, Caitlin Jones, back into the game. And now Mills. Gonna say that hit the antenna. So now Tommy's back in the traditional rotation here. Rotation one, you might say, with the setter penetrating from the back row. Left side swinging from the right side, that's Mills. And Clements reaches over. She's gonna get called on that. Point for the Seawolves. Bernard, who already has a few aces this time. Great serve receive. Sears blocked but dug up. And Chandler Dickey, she scored a few times when she's been called upon. And Seawolves just really running away with it here. 22-8 in the third set. They get the ball back over. Sears off the block, but dug up. Dickey does not believe caught a piece of the block, and that one goes long. Now Mills back to serve. Sewell's going to have to scramble here, and Bernard wanted to put a swing on that. Mills again serving. This time it'll be a free ball. And Clements out of the middle, but dug up. Now Tommies have to scramble, but a nice backer attack by Mills to put the pressure on the Seawolves. Clements back to serve now. Pretty good serve, but handled well. And now a chance again for the Seawolves. Back row attack, Bernard. And good for the score. Mills can't dig that up. That would be very fitting here if Sears could close this off with another service ace. That will not be the case, and they'll go to the middle with Millier. Back row attack from Mills. Really nice shot there by Mills. A lot of work to do for the Tommies if they want to get back in this set. 24-12. Seawolves, and Bree Pinn gets the party ball and puts that one away. And that set goes down with an exclamation point, 25-12. Just a great overall set by the Seawolves. Obviously, Sears had the big service run, probably had 5 or 6 aces. A lot of other aces from the Seawolves. Bree Pinn dominating in the middle. Seawolves now up 2-1. Seawolves are already on the floor here, ready for the fourth set. I believe the Tommies are just now figuring out who will be starting the fourth set for them. And should the Seawolves win this set, stick around, as I believe we will be playing all 5 sets today regardless. I do know the Tommies and Reds have done something similar when they've played their exhibition games. All right, doesn't look like many changes on either side. Clements starting serving for the Tommies. Free ball for the Tommies. Millier from the middle, a huge kill. And a step around from Millier, but a huge dig there by Boone. And a back row tip from Mills. Tommies get the ball back, but a misfire there. Really great dig there by Boone on that shot from Millier. And the tip there dug up by the Seawolves. Sears shot down the line. Jean dug up. And free ball put over. Robson from the middle denied. Great hit coverage. Sears from the right side again, dug up by Mills. And McGregor swinging from the left side. Gets the score for the Tommies. And of course, one notable change for the Seawolves is that Emma Lynch is now into the game setting for the Seawolves. The previous sets we saw Jane Campbell. She did a great job setting. Now Emma Lynch with a chance to run the offense for the Seawolves. And the setter on the other side, Caitlin Jones, picks up an ace. Millier again out of the middle, off the block but dug up. Now Sears a roll shot, dug up by Mills. McGregor. And just wide. Oh, actually, I was going to say that caught a piece of the Seawolves, so point for the Tommies. And now Sears from the left side, dug by Jean. And Millier with some big swings out of the middle here for the Tommies. Trying to bring some energy to her side, off the block and out. A couple other nice swings already in this fourth set by her. Now the Tommies, they come out swinging here in the fourth set, 7-1. And that's not how they drew it up, but it's still good for the score. Robson out of the middle. And she's back to serve. Bree Pinn now in the front row. Great pass by Mills. Back set to McGregor. Tries to go a sharp cross-court shot. Just a little too sharp. And Riley Horton powers that one through. Kind of trampolined off the top of the tape. Still good for the score, though. And that would have been Sears on the score there. Of course, had those dominating serves last set. And absolutely denied by Bree Pinn in the middle. That one's probably going long, and the Seawolves watch it go out. Six points. Seawolves are now within 2. Great defense by the Tommies. Bit of a joust now onto the Tommy side is Mills. That was more of the scrappiness we saw from the Tommies in the first set. Now Millier serving, Clements in the front row. Bit of a miscommunication on the Tommy side, results in 2 contacts. Now Dickey serving for the Seawolves. She had a couple nice swings from the left side. And a back row attack there from Sears. Now Riley Horton serving. And that's going to be a point Tommies. Now Bernard with a heavy swing. Finds that back line, great shot. Bernard is a really heavy swinger. Puts a lot behind that. Now Bree Pinn back to serve. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see much of her in the front row. That can happen with middles. Unfortunately, sometimes the bounces don't go your way. But she'll look to make a difference from the service line. And the setter dump, Mills comes in to put that over. And again, a big swing from Bernard over there on the left side, this time into the block and out. Just like that, Seawolves within 1. Bree Pinn still serving. Oh, wow, what a party ball for Robson. Just absolutely annihilated that. But on second thought, they're going to take that one away. Maybe she was on the net. Seawolves kind of got crossed up on serve receive, but they still put it over. Now Clements on the step around has to tip. Back row to Sears off the block. And maybe the block was on the net there for the Tommies. Now Clemens puts a swing on that. Great dig by Dickey just to get that up. Tommies might be looking for a call there, but they got the free ball, and McGregor put it away. Now Clemens back serving. She's been very consistent for the Tommies this entire game. Very tight set. But Sears, of course, left-handed. She's got a little bit of extra reach to the outside of the antenna. Able to tip that one over. Now Bernard. Just a great heads-up play by Jones to be able to tip that over. Now Riley Horton back in the front row for the Tommies. That's going to be a free ball that just gets over. Millier. Big swing out of the middle again. Robson was able to slow her down, but Seawolves couldn't get in there to dig that up. Now Robson responds with a huge swing out of the middle. Looked like the Tommies had two sets of hands up there in the middle, but just unable to penetrate the net. Robson found the opening. And she'll go back to the service line and pick up a service ace. No shortage of service aces today. Millier this time, tips out of the middle. McGregor, I believe, is going to get called on the net. Oh no, before that, Seawolves must have been on the net. Step around. Maybe not quite a step around, just a quick back set there to Pin. Very efficient hitter. Now Sears serving. Dickey. And that's Sears because that will allow Sears to serve again. And we know what can happen if she gets hot back at the service line. And it won't happen this time after that misfire. Clements running onto the court. Millier back to serve. Dickey this time puts a good swing on it off the block. Mills tip came just short, but must have caught the Seawolves block. There's Mills ready for it. Clements is dug up by Sears. Bree pin tip dug by Millier. Backer attack. McGregor just wide. And all tied up at 17. Back set to Horton. She puts one away. Mills, big swing from the left side, and that found the court. Thought that might go wide, but the veteran player finds a way to score. Now Horton back to serve. Great serve just over the tape. And Bernard with a huge swing. Tommy's able to scramble and get that over. There's the step around to pin. Blocked and good hit coverage, but just can't bring it back over. Tommy's really fired up after that one. They did a great job just to get that ball back over, and then they were able to shut down Bree Pin. And now Tommy's have a 3-point lead, and Seawolves is going to take a timeout. All right, coming back in here after the timeout. Tommies are up by 3. Playing much better than they did in the second and third set. And of course they won the first set. Once again, coaching point to Coach Chambers. Forces the service error after the timeout. Now Clements swing out of the middle. And a nice tip there. Got to go over on 2. Pretty good decision. Now Mills. Bree Pin the middle, stepping in, playing defense. Step around for Clements. That's set just a little bit off. And actually Millier is going to come in here and play some defense in the back row. Does give the Tommies an option to let her swing out of the back row. And Robson absolutely denied. That was Clements and Mills. Might have been Mills who actually got the piece on that block. And now Jean will come back in, and she'll actually take out Horton. So Millier, of course, still in the game. McGregor shot but dug up. Bernard, heavy swing. Blocked, great hit coverage. Now Clements dug up. A back row attack from Dickey. Back row attack from Mills and finds the back line. Now Millier will find her way to the front court. Clements back to serve. Tight to the net. And there's Millier. Now Tommy's up 23-20. That serve just long. Seawolves still have a chance. Now Bernard serving. That one's going to go long. Now Horton comes into the front row. Christina Clements staying in there, playing in the back row. And that's going to do it for the fourth set. So the Tommies take that 25-21. So we were going to go to the fifth set anyway, but now we definitely do. It all tied up, 2-2. And we will be hosting another exhibition match on Thursday, April 1st. The men's Seawolves, they'll take on the Tommies, 7 p.m. Be sure to tune in for that. I actually believe those two teams may be playing right now in Fredericton at St. Thomas. And of course, we still have the fifth set here today. Both teams have won 2 sets in the match so far. Of course, just an exhibition game, but certainly both teams would really love to come away with the win here. All right, both teams just about ready to get the fifth set started here. Don't expect to see many huge differences on for the lineups for either team. Now we do see our setter, Jane Campbell, coming back into the game for the Seawolves. She set the first 3 sets of the match. Sat the last one out, but she'll be back in for the 5th. She has done a great job today. Of course, we saw Emma Lynch last set. She did a great job as well. And actually for the Tommies, we do have Melanson into the game. Gabrielle Melanson swinging from the left side. Now, we have seen her throughout this entire contest, but she is in the starting lineup now and gets a big kill for the Tommies here to open up the 5th set. And that is Sears, the left-hander, swinging from the left side. Of course, she had a historic serving run and also has played great all around the court today. Bernard now. Off the Tommies block and a chance for the Seawolves. And Tommy's going to be on the net there. And that's Melanson swinging on the right side there. And Melanson again, tip is good for the score. And now we do also have Rebecca Pippi into the game on the Tommy side. We have seen her previously. Now Robson serving, Bree Payne in the middle. Well, and we do have Danica Godin in the game for the Tommies, so it doesn't look like they have Millier or Clements. And that was Godin, big swing, but just at the back. Seawolves with a quick start in the 5th, 5-2. They lead. And a great save there by Jones. Keeps that ball off the net, puts it out to Mills, and she puts it away. And actually now Emily Eager's coming into the game for the Tommies, so actually quite a different lineup than what we've seen. Nice roll shot there from Dickey. That back row attack is dug up. And that's Pippi swinging from the right side. Good for the score for the Tommies. Just like that, all tied up at 5. And Godin, served just under the tape. Mills off the block. That set for Bree Penn was just a little off. All tied up at 6. Now Dickey, nice swing down the line off the block and dug up. And that back row attack from Pippi is good for the score. She's already got a couple kills here in the 5th set. And she will go back to serve. Into the tape, however, a couple service errors from the Tommies. Oh wow, Bree Penn shut that back row attack down. And that goes long. All right, we're not going to switch sides at 8. We're just going to keep playing on our respective sides, it looks like. Of course, traditionally in volleyball in the 5th set, when a team gets 8 points, you will switch sides on the court. But we're just going to continue to play here. 9-7, Seawolves. Bernard, bit of off speed. Eagers out of the middle, dug up. And a roll shot out of the back row. I believe that was Dickey. And another nice swing from Bernard. Jenica Jean almost able to track that down, but just not quite. And Tommies are going to take a timeout here. They are down 11-7. So kind of an interesting lineup here from the Tommies. No Clements or Millier. Of course, this is just an exhibition game, so this won't be going down in the record books. These stats will not be recorded anywhere, I imagine. Thought we might see more different lineups throughout this match. But Coach Don McKay waiting until the 5th set to mix it up a little bit. Kind of a shoot set there. Mills kind of went for the power tip down the line and just sent it a little bit too long. Now Danica Godin should be in the middle position. She'd take the libero off, play some defense in the back row. And then that will set it up for Jean to come back in and take off Pippi, who is, I believe, is in the right side position. We saw Tommies do something like that in previous sets. Oh, misfire on the party ball. You hate to see that. Great hustle by Coach Chambers to get in there and get that ball out of the way. Now Bree Pinn. And Melanson on some really nice swings here in this 5th set. Now Eagers back to serve. Kind of goes cross court, and now Bernard. Has to tip it down the line. Another chance for Melanson, this time dug up. Back row attack from Sears. Got it out of the middle, off the block and dug up. And a tight ball in the net. And that's going to be a point for the Tommies. Here's another serve. Bernard left side. Tried to hammer that one into the net, however, and two big Tommy's blockers over there as well. And now the Seawolves only lead by 1, and they're going to take a timeout of their own. All right, both teams ready to come back in here from the timeout. Overall, I'd say we've seen some pretty good volleyball today on both sides, considering both these teams have not played a league game in over a year. Once again, the coaching point to Coach Chambers forces the service error after the timeout. He's got 3 of them today. Wow, and what a service ace there. Jane Campbell on kind of the cross court float serve just catches the line. Now traditionally this game would be over as the Seawolves have reached 15 points in the 5th set, but exhibition game, we're going to be playing to 25 points in the 5th set today. Not every day you get to see that. I had a suspicion they might be doing that when they did not change sides at 8 points. And so things will continue here. 16-3 Seawolves. Scrambling after a great serve there. And a shoot set to Godin. She was ready for it. Out of the middle. Now from the middle is Robson. Seemed that was going to be good for the score anyway, but the Tommies were on the net, and that's what got called. That was Melanson from the right side, I believe. Back row attack from Mills. Takes the setter out of the play. Dig from Mills, now Godin again. And Dickey could not get any piece of the Tommies block on that cross-court swing. And that one was just wide. Melanson, who's had some great swings, particularly here in this fifth set. (18-15) is the score. And there she is, Bree Pinn in the front row. Cut that one just a little too sharp. Eagers into the front row now. Godin back to serve. Going to say no touch by any Tommies player on that. And that one goes wide. And now we'll see Christina Clements come into the game. She'll take out Eagers. And that serve goes long. After the meeting of the two officials, I guess some confusion about who actually got that point, but now miss serve. Now Clements into the game and a huge swing off the block and out. Clements has been very consistent today for the Tommies. Now Dickey back to serve. There's Mills. And that ball just trampolining off the net a little bit. Sent it out. And we're going to get a timeout. Tommies. Seawolves lead 21-18. In the fifth set, you normally would not see that score, but here we are. And McGregor now in the game, replacing Pippi for the Tommies. And I don't think we've seen that all day, but a setter dump from Jane Campbell. Don't think the Tommies were expecting that, even with the tight set. Now Mills. But she's dug up, and Bernard. Big swing, but just out the back. And that's a huge service ace for Mills. Definitely puts the Tommies in a bit of a better position. Oh, but that one just out the back. That certainly would have changed the game if that one caught the line. And that one just off the tape catches Clements. Free ball opportunity here. Bit of a misplay on the free ball. Great dig by Jean. And Melanson tips it over. And Bernard tips it over. And now we're just 1 point away here. Bree Penn looking to close things out from the service line. And now a chance with a free ball. Actually, that's a pretty tough free ball. Oh, but Bree Penn does get a chance. Back row attack. That's good for the score, and the Seawolves take this fifth set. 25-20 over the Tommies, and they'll take this match 3-2. Both teams, bit of a round of applause, as we will not be doing a handshake today. And that's all we have for you today, folks. Thank you for tuning in to this exhibition game between the Seawolves and the Tommies. We will be back on Thursday, April 1st for men's action, Seawolves and Tommies, 7 p.m. We hope to see you then.